Homicide is related to the desperation of young men, and particularly black young men in the United States. And that's what we're seeing in Chicago.
When people think of PTSD as being what happens to people who've been in combat,
the choices are very limited. What I got to lose? My life?
You break down a city, it's like a tale of two cities. If you are downtown Chicago, you almost feel untouchable. Then you go south.
Motherfuckers know what the fuck is up with us. I ain't even gonna lie to you. Hey, if you know, you know. Don't think we getting our ass. No, it ain't that. They getting their ass.
We really slapped. We got more guns than they got fun.
I swear to God.
Okay, so when was your shooting?
They got fun.
Anything you want to talk about?
Yeah, I'm still on the same shit. Out here, you know, this is now solo playing Trent's having me play, man. Cold reactions. Same shit. Stay safe.
Okay, so is it mandatory you need to have that with you in Chicago?
Safe shit. That's how I'ma still. Y'all wanna see me again? I'ma stay safe. You feel me? Shorten my circle. I don't really fuck with niggas. You feel me? Long live Matt. I don't let my little cousin Don. You feel me? We going up. Take care of
In Chicago, at least 55 people have been shot this holiday weekend, including a 4-year-old boy who was killed by a stray bullet. Tonight, Charlie DeMar of our Chicago station WBBM looks into the wave of illegal gun sales fueling the crime wave.
Okay,
We
don't even want to talk, man. We out here, man. Back at what's going on in Iraq.
Give me one time, man.
So this ain't no place to play around over here.
Nah, this shit real, bro. What that last? This shit real. I don't know what it is.
Okay, I think it's black.
Yeah, shit, that shit. I don't want nobody running in this motherfucker. Like I say, this shit real. Y'all gonna get y'all issue, bro. Shit, y'all come through this bitch playing, y'all know what it is, bro. We get 50 cents for anybody.
What the heck is that? You know, I mean, what do you...
Draco.
Drake with a drum
Draco.
on that bitch.
Yeah, Drake with a drum. 50. We gonna toe the pipe. It better be something big like this, something vicious. This shit real. This shit real.
Y'all ain't playing, huh?
No game. Signing up.
But the feeling didn't seem to last forever. By the end of President Obama's second term, the world's eyes were once again focused on Chicago. This time, for all the wrong reasons. Murder was running through Chicago faster than the Chicagoans running from it. Blood was flowing through our streets. What went so wrong in this city to make it the case study for murder and violence? Or is Chicago just a scapegoat for a violent nation and a testament for things to come? Truth be told, Chicago ranks just 9th in murders per capita and 24th for violent crimes. But in the court of public opinion, Chicago is an active war zone. Even as mass shootings multiply and urban violence escalates coast to coast. But for Chicagoans, we recognize the issue. We know it's up to us to fix it, because no one else will.
About the flow before she could stand out the way up, a bullet hit her in the back of the head.
You saw it happen?
But that was just the start.
My dad was the only one there for me.
Where is he now?
He died when my sister got killed. She died March the 11th, 06. He died March the 18th, 06. All hell lost loose with all the kids. All my brothers, she experienced different drugs, started getting in trouble, steady going back and forth to jail. She never thought I was even gonna go to college, but shit, I did it. And when I went to college, my brother got killed.
So why you smoke so much weed?
Weed helped me relax. It helped my nerves. I shake a lot, like I be on edge all the time. It helped keep me calm.
Do you know what that's called? There's a name for what you have.
No,
it's post-traumatic stress. Soldiers go through it. Everybody who's seen stuff like that goes through it.
But they have help.
But they have help. Has anybody ever told you that you are traumatized?
When I was in 4th grade, I tried to kill myself. In 4th grade, I tried to commit suicide. I cut my wrist and stuff, so with the lady, the counselor and stuff come help me, but we in Chicago public school system. She only came and saw me probably like a week or something.
You're just a normal guy going through traumatic situation.
Why are you still out here?
You know that every day that you're out here, you're going to see another thing that's going to set you back.
Where's I'm going to go? Can I go to London with you and walk around how you walk your kids to the park? You could take your kids to the park right down the street. There's a park right here down the street. You could take your kids to that park, your kids' park. You ain't got to worry about nobody's shoe. I can't even take my nieces and nephews to the park. When I take a female out, I got to go where white folks at. And already when I go where white folks at, they judging me how I look already. So now when I come in here, the manager's trying to find...
Kool-Aid's trapped here, partly by the racism he experiences elsewhere, but mostly by his own traumatic memories.
Only thing I'm good at is selling drugs, though, you know what I'm saying?
You're making me emotional, man. Seriously.
I ain't emotional. I don't even cry no more, really, but it's the way this is. You say go to the right place. Where is the right place? Yeah, it is my place to run, though, you know what I'm saying? Like...
What's going on? I mean, because like there's so much violence going on with the rap right now, and people dropping dead left and right. So
I'm like one of the faces of the hood. I was rapping and shit, but we gotta think about them 2 days I got blew down in the city. It was like it was no law and order in the city them 2 days. It was like real reckless. It was the loot downtown, the loot. So shit was real. I didn't know it was that real. I thought people just was coming outside to steal. People had guns on them.
Where did these incidents happen in the same area?
Nah, 2 different, right off the E-way. Niggas called me right off the E-way, followed me.
The westbound lanes were shut down after a man was shot and killed on the expressway. Illinois State Police had to shut down everything but the shoulder to gather evidence.
Since 2016, there have been 14 reported shootings near her on I-57 at 127th Street.
In the poor black neighborhoods of this segregated city, someone gets shot roughly every 2.5 hours. I'm here to find out why the violence is so bad and why it seems to be getting worse.
Look, Mari, I'm familiar though. I'm familiar with the shit though, so I ain't really tripping. I'm familiar with the shit though. I'm really hot though.
That's one of them niggas right there, man. Niggas ain't ready for him out here, man. You ain't gonna my partner in crime. He ain't ready for that, boy.
Public housing had become so problematic in Chicago that many people just wanted it to go away. And in fact, that's what's happened.
But what happened is that the buildings came down at a much faster pace than anything that was being rebuilt. What we have found is that most displaced public housing residents have lived on a Section 8 voucher.
A Section 8 voucher says you, the tenant, can go find an apartment in a private housing market, and we, the federal government, will help pay your rent.
And those vouchers have placed them in racially and economically segregated communities on the south and west sides.
It meant you're going to a community that will accept your $800 a month voucher. That's what it meant. Now, no one said that.
A lot of people don't get it unless it's broken down. But what you've done is you've recreated the concentration of poor people in particular buildings and sometimes whole blocks.
There was a cleansing happening. It was called internal displacement from one impoverished neighborhood to another one. It was a plan for resegregation if you look at where people ended up.
Almost all the residents were forced into 9 or 10 communities. The communities were under siege at that point.
These young guys, right? He's 15 years old. His father in jail, his grandfather in jail. His mother on the street. He the oldest. He got a sister, 13 years old. He got a little brother, 8 years old. Now he a man. He just got out of 8th grade 2 years ago. So he got to take care of his family. The choices are very limited. But I got to lose. My life, I mean, that's the best thing happened for me. I can get away from it.
We from the gutterest parts of the city, from the most
impoverished parts of the city, so you can't put that on no job resume. We can't say, oh yeah, I trapped the block for 10 years and this is why you should hire me. The only thing that's left to do is to hustle, sell a drug, sell a bag. Just came from a funeral, man, and it wasn't good. Wasn't nothing good about it at all. It's like I'm almost immune to it a little bit, but then it make you think about like how your funeral gonna be, what's gonna happen when you die.
You have to take the time to really find a community that will accept you as a Section 8 recipient with a voucher. I ended up down here at Garfield Park. A lot of times you end up in a community like this. You're gonna see drug dealings every day. You're gonna hear shootings. It's not like you're living in Beverly Hills, you know. At the same time, what can we do? I have 2 boys, 2 girls. My oldest son, his name is Edwin Dorsey.
Growing up, it's always tough in Chicago, you know. Everybody, all these murders happen, everybody down, you know. So it's a lot of killings around here, so it's really a crazy neighborhood. Kids getting shot every day, so you get accustomed to it, you know. Any altercation could pop off. It could start from something little, then escalate to so big, and then all kids think in their mind is, go get a gun, you know.
One of the things about these guys that I found very unique is that the brotherhood and the family environment that they have, that they try to create amongst themselves. They got 1 or 2 houses that they can take all the guys in, and they kind of all chip in together, where they all kind of put their money together. They're like, we're all that we have.
Absolutely, I worry. I mean, it's a chance that they take every time they go outside. We living in a really bad environment where we just need to really change our ways.
Some kids may turn to the streets, you know, try to hustle. Yeah, the money fast, but it's always gonna find a way to catch up with you. You don't know that your enemy right around the corner watching you from the whole situation. You don't know that the police watching too. It's always different circumstances, you know, so keep your head up. Always just second think everything. You gotta watch your back every day. It's the most dangerous job in America.
Does anybody?
You don't wanna just wake up to hearing your best friend getting shot on the news, you know? You don't wanna wake up to that every day.
Have you had friends get killed?
Yeah, one of my friends, yeah. Recent, just about a month ago. Yeah. Still around the same place with the bad negativity, so kinda drags them back into it, you know? They don't got that many opportunities, they got felonies on their background, so trying to do something productive, but end up, you know, going back towards down the wrong road. You ain't gonna achieve what you wanna achieve by tomorrow. There's always gonna be distractions. So you just gotta be focused on everything you wanna do. You got a dream, just chase it. Your life doesn't end there.